back.
Hi.
We've returned.
So, Hillary Raven Porter.
Cosmic Messenger.
Okay, Derek.
Oh, yeah.
And we just did a duo Antahkarana Tameana. Duo. So this table, we had not both of us at the same time. So I offered to Dare, and then Dare offered to me. So I'm a little, okay. Today is
a very potent day.
Today is the 18th of December. So tomorrow is Venus goes retrograde, and it's been conjunct with Pluto, so like deep sticky stuff, and then
full moon
in Gemini,
the twins,
and then
Galactic Centre tomorrow. We're in line with it, pointing at the galactic core. That's 1 degree each year. It moves backwards, apparently. That's how it works.
And then we're coming up to solstice, right? So so we ended up having a couple weeks hiatus. That's why you have not seen us.
It's the quadfecta. I'm full of these wild lines today.
This is anyways, you haven't seen us for a bit because we had to do a bit of a mini hiatus due to some own personal health journey stuff going on with me, and that I had to focus on. But we weren't about to just let it slide. So we're back. So anyways, we came into this literally at like 6:30, 5, whatever. We were there and we were like, what are we doing? Like, we don't want to. Both of us, it literally felt like we'd run a marathon while lifting weights, while like piggybacking the child up a hill. And afterwards, where your body has that like super ache to it, both of us were just like, every time we moved, we were like, like, no thanks, I'm good. So I offered Dara a session. And afterwards, we were both activated. Well, you were kind of like, meh.
We're continuing the chakra scrub, right?
Oh, yeah. This is Komataia, the solar plexus of the Antahkarana chakra scrub.
There we go. I'm back, though. I'm telling you, it revived me fast. This stuff's amazing.
So, gave the session, and I was like activated afterwards. I was like, oh, I feel better. My body pain was starting to go away. Because by offering, you also receive, right? And then Dare afterwards was just like, coming out of it. So kind of like how I look now. It is also 10 o'clock at night, just so you know. And then all of a sudden he's like, da, 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 I'm activated, right? But what was your experience post-session?
Oh, what didn't happen with this one? There was like all sorts of cosmic secretaries everywhere. So that came up. I was hearing lots of crows. It was just like loud, like you'd hear a whole murder of crows around through the whole session. And this deep breathing was going on. My joints and my body and my muscles feel completely recalibrated, like 90% improved from going into the session. You go for like a 5-hour hike, you come back, you're like, okay, cool. My body's been through some good exercise, but you can feel it if you don't do it like every couple days. And I just like boosted back up. So that was awesome. And then I was having episodes of dematerializing. So I dematerialized, and then it was showing me how the holographic field throughout other dimensions, way more realities and densities, how their beings use this on a regular basis. It's a function of the universe. So you could take something like, just like a very quick example, like a very large building, humongous, and fit it onto a truck, right? A galactic truck, get it in there, and then it would rematerialize back where it needed to be when it got to the place that it was going. So weight wasn't wasn't a concern. The particles weren't a concern. It was different ways of holding form. So I went on a big journey through the whole session of that.
And there was a lot of talking about like using the words and speaking the light and
that stuff too
living as so this is the stuff that came through me. So when offering a session, information comes through differently for depending on who's offering the session, and mine comes through in a lot of words. You've probably seen the consciousness of Tameana on my social media, and that's the type of thing that comes through in the session. So there was a lot about like writing the words and speaking the words and saying the words and living the way and sharing and being the light bringer, the
Which
way shower for people, and really stepping into that, which is currently what's happening. Right?
And I'm about to take a Orasoma bottle 33, which is a dolphin bottle, and it's got the throat chakra colors.
Yeah.
Both for the lower and the upper dimensional blueprint, so.
Yeah, so I'm
Pretty
super
interesting.
excited about that one.
Yeah.
So that happened on that end, and then I ended up on the table receiving, and I was activated. I was just like, like having like day. Usually I'm like, shh, I'm out. I'm receiving my session, and I was like, oh yeah, tomorrow, because we're supposed to go into nature, but we had a car mishap, so that's curtailed. But I was like, oh yeah, so we can't actually, and and yada yada yada. I was like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, so with the Antahkarana, so the Antahkarana is the rainbow cord, so there's an extended cord above the head for symbols, and so you work up all the foundationals. I'm going this way because the table's right here, so we're going up. You go up all the foundationals to the crown, and then when you hit the crown, you change master symbols. You change the focused symbol, and literally we were at the third eye, and I was like, yeah, and then we're and then I can't remember what we were talking about, and then I was out. Like, it wasn't a gradual, okay, here you go, we're gonna go into another density, another realm. It was out. And then all of a sudden, okay, love, it's time to wake up now. And I was like, what are you talking about? I fell asleep. So after offering the session in the first half of the session, I definitely felt to my body pain and stuff left. But then because I left for a while and I came back, so I literally could have crawled off the table and just crawled into bed post session. But obviously I did not, because we are here. And I don't remember what you shared with me of some of the stuff that came through.
No, it was advanced stuff, transdimensional templates, bioregenesis, holographic fields.
All the stuff can be healed that is going on within my body. I remember that one.
It's reminding everybody that in the multiverse, we just haven't figured it out yet. But absolutely every single thing can be healed.
Yeah.
Dis-ease is a state of the mind, mental, and distorted frequencies.
Yeah.
So it's an adventure to get there, but yes, that's something. And there was different DNA. It was a lot of like how the body functions in terms of an energetic level. So there was like certain parameters for different strands of the 12-strand DNA, various things like that. How the phonics come out for light languages. And we're in the higher galactic cord chakras, right? Those are the upper silver symbols. We're using those. It goes all over the place, right? It's full spectrum healing.
Yeah.
Nervous system rewiring. Nervous system's regular. That's every single time.
And everyone. For everyone. And I mean, well, I'm going to clarify that. Your nervous system is always worked on when you're doing this work.
Yep.
But the focus and the information that comes out about how it's being worked on may not come out. So it's a given. This is something that works on your whole body. I think to get about that. And as you're doing spirit work, I think we've talked about this before, your nervous system gets amplified because you're running so much light and so much current through it as you shift to a finer and finer and finer vibration. So tuning your nervous system and supporting your nervous system is so imperative while doing any kind of spirit work, as while doing upshifting and stuff. Oh yeah, and that's the one thing that had come through in the offering. So plant spirit medicine is another one of the wisdoms that come into sessions with me, both as a Western herbalist as well as spiritual being, and that's how I work with the plants, is as their plant spirit medicine side. But those came in this round as support for Derek. So there were some very specifics to connect the mind and heart, as well as to keep the nervous system tickety-boo and cooled, because it needs this cooling system. It needs like the swamp fan on it. I'm thinking of Burning Man here, where you have the swamp fans when you're in your tent, because you're just like, you need this cooling to be able to function, because it gets so hot and it can get so amplified, and we don't want to fry our systems. And that's also why it's important to take the process of your ascension and of your awakening at a paced process, because there's the quick awakening and you literally, like, you can scald your nervous system. So, and then there's the paced pace where you do it gradually, and you still need cooling for the nervous system, but you're able to do it more, I was going to say integratively.
Yeah.
That's not a word, but I've just made it a word.
After many quantum cycles, we're talking very long cycles, and you can accelerate the process, but that's still going to be integrated, because even at a very fast acceleration, because that's where I buzz, there's still going to be a new lowered template. So even if it's slower, it's up here slower, but that's the slower you need to work with the other one.
And your nervous system is still getting super worked on.
Every time.
You just might not be as noticeable until all of a sudden you're like, what's going on? And you're like, okay, let's support that. Right? Mm-hmm. So that came out this time too. There was some support systems with, especially skull caps. Skull caps my favorite.
I bring that up, the nervous system, because that's how the energy even enters your work field, through the etheric layers of the nervous system. So it's just an automatic feature that it comes through it, right?
Yeah.
Your capacity to handle the energy. There was the 3 vibrational heart-centered
the vibrational elixirs.
Like, lots of little sacred medicines come out. They're not so little, but they're like little tidbits of info. Some was homework, some's to take through, some's just medicine for the moment.
Yeah.
It's very cool stuff.
Yeah, and it's things to take away, to integrate, and that's why when we do sessions, we write everything down to come through, as I say, to continue the journey at home. And we're already at home, so we'll just continue the journey. Okay, so that was Komoteia for the Antahkarana Tameana Scrub. So it was solar plexus focused today, all the way up into the higher self state. And we'll be back next time with Somodasesa, which is the heart.
More galactic intel coming.
Yeah. Okay. Happy solstice / a whole bunch of shifts. What do you call it? The quantum shifting?
Oh, you always say a trifecta. Quadfecta?
Yeah, quadfecta.
Quadfecta.
Of tomorrow.
Woo!
Okay, or the 19th. Okay.
Tomorrow.
For
Quantum
us today.
time.
Quantum time. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.